How's it going, everyone? Mad Spartan here, and today I'm bringing you just a very unorthodox way to take out the new Jabari Panther boss that's in for the new autumn of whatever. As you can see, there is a ton of nodes for this. I know it probably just came out yesterday, so if those of you that have already done it, congratulations, and you probably did it the right way, so it's even easier. But for those of you that are looking at these nodes and they just don't understand how they're working, I can break them down for you, but I'm going to be honest, I didn't even listen to half of them. So first up, you do have diversion, which is a little annoying, but to be honest with you, it isn't horrible. As long as you're away from them after the 15-second timer, she's the one that misses, but unfortunately, Jabari Panther builds up all of her kit when she's missing. So that's something that you do have to look out for. The Vital Strikes is probably one of the most frustrating nodes. Every time you block an attack, she regens 700% of that damage to herself. The good news is it has always forward. So if you're someone that's just kind of just like taking a beating and just constantly slowly getting through it, she's never going to regen more health than what she starts with, which is obviously always a plus. The next up is obviously Scrubbed Clean, which, to be honest with you, I don't know. I was confused. I think I'm just stupid, but I didn't care enough about these nodes. It just looked like a lot of crap, to be honest with you. And I think one thing that they made a mistake on, which I don't know if it was on purpose or not, is you're not heal blocked for the whole fight. So if you screw up and get hit, as long as she doesn't just automatically kill you, you literally can just willpower regen back to full health during the fight. I mean, I think I get like hit one or two times in this attempt, and you guys are going to see I go all the way back to full health. You have staggers when you get close to her, and then every time she throws the SP1, you get trapped, which is a whole other thing. And then obviously the key part of the node is the Scrub Clean to try to reset the timer for the cleanses. And then it's the Second Wind, which sucks. Every time she purifies or cleanses a debuff, she gets a damage reflection, which reflects 50% of the damage done, which you guys are going to see later. It's really not that bad of a reflection, especially when you can willpower regen back to full health. It's really not that big of a deal. And every time you throw a special, you put a heal block and armor break on her, which obviously she's going to immediately cleanse, and then the special damage is going to basically be reflected right back to you. It is annoying. But I'll let you guys know now, you don't have to listen to any of these nodes if you just don't throw specials, or just save the SP3. You guys are going to see here, the strat that you guys are going to see can be done with literally any character. There's like no incentive to use a specific one. I use Punisher 2099 because of his abilities. We'll go into that in a little bit, but as you guys are going to see here, I actually already did the X-Force one with Colossus. It was the exact same way. Obviously, don't look. The successful hits 486. It was a lot, and as you guys can see, I did get hit 12 times in this attempt, and I'm already at 77% health. You do get a lot. Obviously, it has a lot to do with him not being able to bleed, because trust me, on the attempts that I did with Punisher, you die immediately with those bleeds. But if you have a chance to save, not to mention he kind of has his own arc overload, so you can kind of get saved. But I know for the other mission, for the small mystic, whatever, Kushala is in that one. She's bleed immune, so if you want to use her, you can. I don't think I'm going to go that route. I think I might go with, I wanted to use Clairvoyant because there's no 7-star for her. I have to rank them up either way. But I'm thinking maybe Sorcerer Supreme just because she's kind of ranked up a little bit, so it won't take as many ISO to do it. And first off, before we go into it, we're going to kind of go into Punisher's abilities. Those of you that don't even pay attention to him after his buff, totally understandable. You guys are going to see here, obviously he has his battery. He gets a new one every time. He actually gains more charge on his battery when the opponent doesn't have any buffs. Obviously against Cosmics it makes it annoying. Fortunately for us, Jabari doesn't have any buffs, and all of her abilities are passive. So you're actually going to be building that 9% charge, which is always good. The main thing about it is, though, is the drop before 15% health. You do get a big arc overload, basically. But the big one is while in overdrive, Punisher gains 6,000 attack rating, and the main kicker here is that his opponent gains 90% less power from his hits, which obviously, off first glance, it's whatever. But you guys have to understand with this strat, you're not going to be throwing any specials. You're only going to be saving the SP3 for kind of two situations. You're going to be throwing the SP3 to get her to 2 bars when she has Hunt, so you're obviously able to back away and you won't have to dex or block that last hit. And also you're going to be throwing the SP3 when you get back into the corner, because obviously it is a strat that requires that you're not using any specials for. Jabari's very aggressive. She might be missing. You might be missing. So it's always nice to have that SP3 in your back pocket. And of course, just add a relic to add a little bit more protection. With that Colossus, I did not have a relic on him, and to be honest with you, I did it like I think on my second or third try with Colossus. It's very simple. It's a lot of intercepts. You can hit into her block, but one thing that really kills me that you guys are not actually, I don't think you see in this attempt because it killed me so many times, is when she gains a charge while in Hunt. She actually gains a passive, I think it's called like an overcharge or a power charge, no, passive, which basically means when you hit her block, she's going to go unstoppable and basically just slap right into you. So that's also something to kind of look out for. You guys are going to see here. It is a very slow fight, but I have to say it is definitely a guaranteed one-shot. I can't go over that enough. It was stressful, I'm not going to lie, but it's really not that bad. You guys are going to see here, we're going to be attempting to really not block. You basically, in this strat, are not really getting touched. The only time, obviously, is when she has Hunt and she throws at SP1. You're trying to avoid that, though. We're going to be going for a lot of intercepts. I think your key part of your damage is going to be when you have the max battery. And you're going to be doing the increased 6,000 attack, which, believe me, with Colossus, obviously there is no increased attack. So it was a very long fight, and I have to say, I would probably say the Colossus fight probably lasted me about like 15-20 minutes. It was a very long fight, but for something like Punisher, you kind of mow through them when you have the 100 battery, and as you can see, it does go down pretty slow, as long as you're watching your stuff, and as you can see, no power, which is going to come in hand a little bit later, when she's under a bar and she only has like 6 or 7 Hunt. You're going to just constantly keep nailing these intercepts, and you're going to be able to get like 15-20 attacks, because the power that they get through your attacks is, as you can see, we got slapped there, it sucked. The power you get through your attacks is 90% reduced for her, so she's not gaining any attack. So I kind of slowed down the combo there, because obviously sometimes the reduced power rate from your attacks does kind of screw you. In that situation, it wouldn't have given her 2 bars, so it actually would have given her kept her at 1 bar, and we would have had to block the SP1, which have her heal. It's a mess. But as you can see, we're slowly going back to full health. I think it was a huge missed opportunity here, not giving us a heal block, or yeah, not giving us a heal block was a big missed opportunity here. We are going to end combos a little bit early, hoping that she kind of hits into me so I can get it. When she misses, to be honest, I'm not really sure. Sometimes she gains 3 charges, sometimes she gains 1 charge. It kind of is hit or miss. Sometimes when you dex, it gives her a charge, but not all the time, so it's kind of hard. She is very aggressive, so you're going to be getting hit with that miss a couple of times, but now that we have the overcharge battery, and I have an SP3 in my pocket, I'm not really worried too much. We're going to try to bait out this SP1, which dexing it would give her Hunt, and it doesn't seem like she's playing ball here. I end up giving her the falter last second. The problem with her having the falter is, when you dex, it also counts as a miss, so she's going to be gaining like her 2 to 3 charges, so it actually messes you up a lot more. We're pretty much trying to gain some distance here. We did have to throw that SP3 because the SP3 does put us at enough distance that the falter is actually going to go on her instead of us. You guys are going to see that SP3 a lot. I immediately dash back, but she is so aggressive that I end up losing it anyway. She does have the reflection thing. Not a big deal, we just wait for it to run out. Its timer is actually pretty slow, and we just get right back into what we were doing. We don't have the battery anymore, so our damage is still good, but nothing crazy. Try to bait out a heavy here so she gains the falter. She gains it here. There's no way to avoid like not giving her charges when you have when she has the falter on you, because even a dex is considered a miss. So it kind of sucks, but you know, you just slowly take your time with it. I don't like being on this side of the board, so we are going to hit her with hit into her block. As you can see, she's going to miss here. Sometimes she only gains 1, like I said, and sometimes she'll gain 3. So you just have to really keep in mind of that counter. And obviously, as you guys can see, this is pretty much the strat here. Now that we have the battery, we can pretty much push her all the way out, give her the falter right at the end, and she pretty much gains like no power. And it's really good when she has like no bars, like this situation. She has Hunt, but she has no meter, so now she's going to be pretty much gaining no meter. The only thing is we're going to have to back off later to give her the miss. So just like that, she is good. I don't think there's any characters that can power through miss. That's an objective, which I think would be a little unfair. And as you can see, we're just piling on these staggers, and I'm back to 100. You know, it's not even like she slapped me in the beginning. We completely bypassed her Hunt, So now we're just pretty much just raking in that free damage here. We're going to dex this last hit, and everything is looking pretty good. This is exactly how the strat is supposed to go. Now, I think what makes this strat so cool is you're not really focusing on any of the nodes. It is a little stressful. I gotta say, there is plenty of times I've killed her at like 10%. She's killed me at like 10%. You know, just randomly, I don't know where she just murders me. But you know, as long as you remain calm, you know, you stay on her side if you can. Make sure to always give her the falter. We did go a little aggressive there, and we gained the falter ourselves. But we're trying to make it so that when she misses, she gains 10. But for some reason, it's not working. So I think the timer is very specific with how she's going to gain the charges. And now we're backed in the corner here. And she did not gain the 10th. I guess she only gains 1 per special. So we did have to throw the SP3 to get out of the corner. I'm not going to say it's not stressful, because it is. 100% it is. But as you guys can see, it is full control of it. We're going to have to block this. You know, nice little cheeky parry here, but it doesn't matter because we're back at 100. And it's just overall so cool. We're about to gain our battery, so she's going to gain no power. And the only problem is that kind of you have to keep in mind is that the relic hits give her regular power. It doesn't share the ability of his battery, which you can actually use to your advantage. I think the biggest thing here is you don't want her to throw the SP1 when she has Hunt, because it's either, you know, you can't dex it or you have to block it, and it's just a mess. We luckily got the miss there. Pretty much the whole deciding factor of this entire run was us getting that miss, because now we can hit into her block, we can push her out. Now, unfortunately, our hits are not giving her like any power, so it's hard to like push her to a bar while she's blocking because she gains nothing. We do gain the miss again because of how aggressive she is, but as you guys can see, like, this is it. This is prime strategy. Now, I'm proud of myself for figuring this out. I mean, obviously, it's pretty cut and paste. You know, you're not going to be gaining any heal blocks or armor breaks when you throw your special. Don't really throw your special anyway. We did throw the SP3 here because we know she's going to slam us with the SP2 in a second, but it gives us a chance to dex it. So obviously that was overall the best thing here. It is supposed to give a disintegration debuff, but obviously because of because of the cleanses, she just shrugs it off. That's part of the reason why she gets her, you know, her crap, which sucks, but obviously we're just going for raw damage here. So as you guys can see, this is it. I did this with Colossus, I did this with Punisher, and I'm going to do it with the next one. There's just no reason to bypass it. I know you know, you're supposed to end combos in lights, then throw your special so there's no cleanses, but to be honest with you, who needs it when you're good? You know, Kabam just wants you to spend items. So how about we're just better, so we don't have to worry about it. As you guys can see, this is the strat. It did take me a very long time to do it, I'm not going to lie. But look at how rewarding it is. Look how rewarding it is. We just sit at 100% the entire time. It does, for some reason, start to get really aggressive at 10%. But as you guys can see, we're killing it. We're going to let her miss here. She's going to gain 8. And then we're just going to go to town because we have full battery. And she has no meter. So we're just going to slam into it. We have an SP3 on deck. We're about to gain our relic again. And life is good. Life is good. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty much just going to let you guys finish this out. And yeah, this is kind of just a quick video that I wanted to do. Didn't really think of much for it. I just saw the strat and I thought, you know, a lot of people maybe like me and they'll be confused on the node and they just want like a simple way to do it. And I mean, obviously it's not simple, but as you can see, the attack plan is simple. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, any character can do it like this. There is literally no incentive to use anyone else. Colossus did this. Punisher, obviously Punisher was a little better because of the power control he had, but to be honest with you, I think sometimes it actually cripples me reducing his power rate. So actually Colossus might have been a little bit better in that aspect, but the increased attack was good because it made it, you know, it made it from an 11-minute fight to well, it made it from like a 20-minute fight to an 11-minute fight with Punisher. So like this is like the key part that you want, where you're just constantly going for intercepts and you're just loading into her, and it's just really easy. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll let you guys finish it out. If you have any questions, let me know. I really appreciate all the support that I'm getting. You know, we're so close to 1.15, which I'm so happy about. I really appreciate all the support. I love all you guys, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all on the next one.